the frame, but hopefully you can see enough of me to see what's going on if you need to. And as I was saying, try and always listen first. I know sometimes there's little glitches and warbles, but hey, we're all doing our best, right? And it's great that we're all here to work on feeling good, relieving some stress. All right, let's go once more time to each side. Come on, back to the center, palms together, bring your arms down. You're gonna bring your arms straight out in front of you, turn your thumbs down, and bring your hands behind your back. See if you can press your fists together, or press your fingertips together, or press your palms together. Any one of those will work. Then you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna fold over about halfway. Try to straighten your knees. You're trying to keep your shoulders right in line with your hips. So your spine is a horizontal line. Squeeze your abs in and your ribs in. Right, and with your knees, try to straighten them, but it's okay to keep them a little bit bent. We'll hold here another breath. And then bend those knees, bring those arms up overhead. See if you can rotate your hands so that your palms face back. Right? Keep your arms up there, elbows straight. Just try to rotate your palms back. And then we'll bring those hands behind the back. We'll clasp those hands. You're interlacing your fingers. You're going to lift your knuckles and fold over. Squeeze your thighs and breathe big. Pretty straight knees here. And then relax your arms on your back. Switch your grip. Lift your knuckles again. Exhale here. Inhale, come on up. Let your arms go. Turn your palms forward so your thumbs go out to the side. And just take a few big breaths here. All right, let's do another forward fold. So bend your knees. Oh, make two peace signs, right? Two peace signs, right? And then you're gonna take these, you're gonna close these fingers together, and you're gonna bend your knees and reach down, try to get a hold of your big toes as best you can. So you're squishing your big toe, you're squishing your fingers with your big toe. Okay, try to straighten your knees and duck your head into it, pull up on those toes. The fingers are trying to pull the toes up, but the toes just squish the fingers. And by the way, if you can't hold that low, no problem. Just hold your ankles or your calves instead. Breathe deeply here. Keep squeezing your thighs. Exhale here. Bend your knees. Reach those arms up overhead. And then exhale, arms down. Take a big step out to the side. Step with your feet wide apart. You're going to bring your fingertips to the ground. You're going to turn your toes in, look a little forward, and you're going to walk your hands between your feet. Bring the top of the head towards the ground, duck your head into it, lift your arches, squeeze your thighs. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, walk your hands forward, turn your feet straight ahead, and we're gonna go side to side for a little bit. Bend one knee, straighten it, bend your other knee, straighten it. Love this one. The spider is the name of this move. Great mobility exercise. You can do this on its own just to, kick off your day, or you can also, if you have some sort of activity you're about to do, this is a great way to limber up the hip joints. And then let's come back to the center, put one palm in the middle, twist, reach your arm up towards the sky, and then bring that hand back to the ground. and then go to the other side. Keep squeezing your thighs as you push into the ground. Keep going, just like that. Keep going. All right, let's give this a rest. Bring those hands down, turn those toes in, reach out for your ankles, and pull into it. Duck your head into it, pull your shoulders away from your ears, and breathe deeply. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come on up. All right, since we made it on up, let's turn those heels in, toes out, press your palms together, bend your knees. Hold it here. Goddess pose. Good, just a few big breaths. Really press down through your heels. Squeeze your core to help brace. And then come on up. Turn those feet straight ahead. And then let's come on back to the front of the mat. From here, let's just do this one time. Hands together. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. And then exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale as you bring your feet forward. Come to a half fold. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a few big breaths. From there, let's step the feet apart, not super wide, just a little wider than your shoulders. You're going to turn your toes in with your heels out. Go as pigeon-toed as you can. If it hurts your knees, it's probably too far, so just turn your toes in a bit. Bring your arms out to the side. We can do the left arm on top, right arm underneath. So we wrap up those arms, right? Some people, it looks like this. Some people, it's more like elbow to elbow. Other people, it's more like back of the hand to the back of the hand. For other people, it's like the right hand goes inside the left hand, okay? So hopefully you're figuring that out. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, drive your elbows towards your abdomen. And just hold it here a little bit. Speaking of figuring things out, I'd love to be able to communicate with you more. You can always, email me so I can explain some postures more or anything. Also, I'm leading classes all throughout the week. So if you need to get a little more, instruction from me, let me know. Okay, holding here, squeezing your thighs, tucking your tailbone, just tucking your chin in and breathe big. All right, one more breath. Come on up. We're going to bring those fingertips up a little bit, and you're going to pull your left arm across. If you pull to the right, look over your right shoulder. Come on back to the center. Let those arms down. Let's bring the right arm on top of the left arm. Okay, it's the same deal. You might hold it here, right? Wrapped all the way up. Make sure those toes are still turning in while you bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone, drive your elbows. I'll give you just another viewpoint if you need it. Notice I'm upright. I'm trying to curve my back, right? Like the letter C, just curving the back. Okay, let's come on up. We'll come on up, straighten those knees, straighten that spine. Bring your fingertips up a little bit. Pull to your left, look over your left shoulder. Come on back to the center. Let those arms down. Okay, let's bring those feet to parallel. Take a big breath. Just feel your shoulders. Hopefully they're feeling a little looser. Let's do one more here. Bring your arms up overhead. Bend your right elbow. With your left hand, get a hold of your right elbow. Pull that arm behind your head. Hold it right here. And then lean to your left. Okay, come on up. Take your hand off the elbow. Bring that left hand underneath, so close your hands can get. They might not touch. They might have a pretty big gap between them. From here, you're going to bend your knees and then fold over. Keep trying to, maintain that distance between your fingers. Don't let them go further apart. Once you've folded all the way into it, you can try to straighten the knees. It's okay if they're a bit bent. Breathe. Exhale here. Inhale, come on up. Okay, and then left arm down, left arm up, right arm up. Okay, bend the left elbow. Right hand holds the left elbow. Pull the arm behind your head and pause a moment. So you're just stretching right at the left shoulder joint. Let's go a little further. Let's lean to the right. Okay, and then come on up. We're going to take the right hand off of the left elbow. Bring the right hand underneath. See how close you can get those hands. Maybe the fingertips touch. Maybe there's distance between them. Okay, you figured it out on the first side, so it's the same thing on the second side. Fold over. Knees can bend a bit as you fold over. Keep trying to reach your fingertips towards each other. Keep squeezing your thighs. Take one more big breath. Okay, let's come on up. Take your time. Once you've made it all the way up, let's bring that left arm up, right arm down, right arm up as well. You got both arms up overhead. And then from here, you're gonna bring those arms out to the side, flex the hands back, and rotate. All right, and then let's just let those arms down by your sides. From here, let's just kind of sway for a little bit. Let your arms just be really relaxed, like wet noodles, just dangling at your side. And we'll slow this down. Take your time. Go a little slower, a little slower, a little slower, a little slower. And then finally, we stop. We put our feet back, and we are back into mountain pose. All right. Come up towards the top of your mat, toes together, palms together. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale here. Inhale, feet forward. Half fold. Fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Step your left foot back. Keep your right foot in the front. Hold it here. Okay, we're in a lunge position. And if you need help, hopefully you have like furniture nearby. Like I was saying, if you need extra, guidance for these things, you can always email me. Bend your knees and look up. Straighten your knees, look down. I might have an idea for like household items that would help. Like, you just go near a wall, or you have the arm of a couch or something nearby. Keep going. Bend your knees, straighten your knees. I'm not sure who has yoga blocks in their house. Take your time. Okay, let's hold it. So one last time, we'll straighten all your knees. So your back knee's probably straight all the way. Your front knee, you're working on it. It's okay if your front knee's pretty bent, no problem. Just make sure you're stable, okay? So touching the ground or using something to stabilize. Try to flip your foot up. You're trying to straighten that knee. It's okay if the knee stays a little bent. Bend your front knee. Plant your left palm. Reach your right arm up for the sky. Hold it here. We're going to bring that right hand down and moving slowly. We'll step the right foot back. We'll come down towards the ground. Find your back bend, whether it's low or high, wherever it goes, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring your feet forward. There's lots of ways to get there. You can hop forward. You can take a lot of little steps to make your way forward. Fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms down. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half fold. Step your right foot back. So your left foot to the front. Ready, let's go. Bend those knees a little. Straighten those knees. Start small and just keep going with it. Put as much strength into it as you can. No need to push the distance. You just kind of, move within a nice, comfortable range of motion, applying your strength, breathing deeply, and then you'll feel things open up. You'll feel things kind of loosen up, and you can elongate those muscles, heat up from all the strength you're putting out, and of course, move your breath. I think we're about there. So let's go to that last one where we straighten the back knee, straighten the front knee. We hold it. If the front knee's a little bent, that's okay. Breathe deeply here. Squeeze your back thigh. Okay, bend your front knee, plant your right palm, left arm up for the sky. Try to look up at your thumb and breathe deeply here. Twisting lunge. We're just going to hold another couple breaths. Let's bring that hand down. We'll step back to plank. Carefully lower towards the ground. Find your back bend. Make your way to downward facing dog. And bring your feet forward. However you travel, jumping or walking, half fold position. Fold over. Inhale, rise. And then exhale. Remember where we started, just standing tall. Let's come back. Let's check in. Come to that same spot. Feet parallel, arms by your side, just taking deep breaths. Just gonna check, make sure everything's going well. Put forth your best posture possible. All right, moving on. Let's bring those toes together. Bend your knees, reach those arms up. I'm gonna hold it right here. Squeeze those ribs in. Take some deep breaths. You ready? Take the right hand to the left thigh. Left hand to the sacrum, your shoulder. We take a few breaths right here. Twisting chair pose. Keep your knees even. Let's come back to the center, shall we? Reach those arms up. Bring the left hand to the right thigh, right hand to the sacrum. Big exhale. Come on back to the center. Reach those arms up. Let's straighten those knees. Bring those hands together. We're going to go side to side a few times. Almost there. Okay, come on back to the center. Reach those arms up. Bring those hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. All right, sun salutation. Toes together, palms together, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Always keep it slow and gentle. Half fold. Make your way back to plank. Lower down. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale as you bring your feet forward. Come to a half fold. Fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, it's time to focus. We're going to do some standing poses. So step your left foot back. You got your right foot at the front. Nice straight line from heel to heel. Bring those arms up. Squeeze those thighs, and we tilt into triangle. Tilt and hold it. Keep reaching that arm up, reaching the hip up, the ribs up. Look up at your thumb. Hold it here. Nothing much to it, right? Just make sure you're putting, that doesn't mean it's easy though, right? You just hold the pose, putting your energy and your strength into it. You ready to switch sides? Come on up, turn it around, turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. And it's fine to do the other way of switching sides, you know, where you step your feet together and then step to the other side. That works too. Kind of depends on what your setup is. Let's tilt to the other side. All right, so we got the left foot in front, right arm in the air, right ribs reaching up, right hip reaching up, look up. One more breath. Okay, come on up. Let's turn those left toes in. Bring the hands under the hips. Squeeze the elbows together, shoulder blades together. We're going to fold down and up a few times. Just fold over, hinging at the hips, and then inhale, come on back up. You be careful how far you go down. You don't want to go so far that you start like bending your knees or feeling unstable or rounding your spine. You want to keep your back nice and straight and flat. So if you only go down a little bit and come back up, that's great. As long as you're minding the form. Form first. We're going to go maybe a little lower and hold it. Keep your hands on your hips. Let's fold it and hold it. Duck your head into it as much as you can. Squeeze the elbows and shoulder blades together. Squeeze your thighs. Brace yourself. Just breathe here. How about one more breath? Okay, and then how about we come on up? Once we've made it up, let's come up to the top of the mat. Let's take a deep breath here, toes together, palms together, and then we'll go through one salutation. Hands down, inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold, inhale, half fold, back to plank, deep breath in, exhale, lower, inhale, back bend, exhale, downward facing dog. Big exhale here. Inhale, feet forward, half fold, fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath. All right, let's take a big step out to the side. Bring those feet wide. All right, toes turning out. Bend your knees. We did this already. We're doing it again. Goddess pose. You can bring your arms out to the side or keep your palms together or even hold your hips. Try to pick up your toes. 3, 2, 1. Now feel that power in your thighs. You're going to keep using that power in your thighs. We'll go to one side. How about left side? So you turn your left foot straight, right foot on that angle. You decide about certain things like how wide the feet are and how the feet line up with each other. I can always give you extra guidance if you need it, but just, do it so that it feels all right in your knees and all right in your hips. We're coming to warrior two. Very important factor here. Your front knee should be straight ahead. So you don't want your front knee to be going off to the side when it's straight ahead. We're going to go right from here, right arm behind the back, left arm up over your head, reverse warrior. Feel that stretch in your left side. Breathe into that open left side. Okay, let's go to side angle, elbow on the thigh, right arm over your head. You could take this deeper by bringing your hand to the ground. Some people should probably just keep the elbow on the thigh. And also, you can always scoot your feet a little bit. The feet are never stuck in place. We're looking for stability and stillness, but sometimes we got to make adjustments to get there. Let's go back to warrior two and just hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let's relax those arms and then switch sides. Step your feet to switch or just pivot. All right, on the other side, arms up there. If there are any particular details, make sure to include those. Squeeze those thighs, hold it here, warrior two. Just like goddess pose, you have strong thigh muscles and your toes aren't gripping. You can even pick the toes up a little if it feels like they're gripping. I don't know about you, but I've been doing a lot of this on carpet, and it's really different than the hardwood floors. Let's go to reverse warrior. Left arm behind the back, right arm up overhead. Reach, keep bending that right knee, and breathe. Okay, let's go to side angle. How about elbow to the thigh, left arm over your head. Right hand could, just like the first side, if you did on the first side, it can go to the ground. You can adjust your feet, get to a position where you can stay stable and you can focus and breathe. Okay, let's go back to warrior two. Hold it here. Okay. Let's come on back to the center. And no, I'm not going to make you do another goddess pose. We're going to put our hands by our sides and we're going to reach up. So, easy motion here. Full of breath. Okay, let's come on back to the center. Let's hold it. Let's keep those arms up for just a moment. Letter X. And just breathe. Feel all this expansive space in your body, around your body. Feel it with your breath. Let's relax. Let those arms come down. Feet can come together. We're going to take a breath. And then come up to the top of your mat. Toes together, palms together, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big exhale. Inhale, feet forward. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple of big breaths. From here, let's stand in mountain pose for a breath. And then on this mountain, we'll climb a tree. So pick your leg you're gonna balance on, come up to tree pose. Notice how I have my big toe on the ground, my foot isn't very high up the leg, my hands are together. You can do that, or you can take this further. You can bring the foot higher up your leg, all the way up to the upper inner thigh. You can take your hands up overhead, right? There's a lot of little variations in every single pose. Try to find your position. cultivate stability, use your strength and your breath, focus your eyes. Let's just be here for a little bit, up in the tree. Okay, put that foot down, arms by your side. We're just gonna go right to the other side. So stand on your new standing leg, take the other foot up. Okay, and then put that foot down, arms by your side. Take a deep breath. Okay, one time through. Toes together, palms together, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take it slow. Half fold. Come on back to plank. Lower down. Back bend. Downward dog. Both feet forward. Come to a half fold. Pause here. Then let's send the left foot back with the right foot at the front. We're going to let that back knee down. So let's go over a few options here. Your back foot, toes tucked or top of the foot flat. Your hands, palms flat or fingertips or hands in your thigh, or maybe you have some sort of like, prop system in your home, or maybe your arms go up overhead. Okay, so find one of those that works for you, and let's just breathe here. Press into the ground with your left foot, squeeze your left glute, and move your breath. Big inhales, big exhales. Okay, hands down. Let's straighten that front knee. It's called the half split. Scoot your heel forward. So it's moving towards like a full split. If any of you flexible types out there want to go a little bit into it, by all means, be my guest. Just practice safely, okay? Let's just hold it here, wherever you are with it. You're trying to straighten that knee, not forcing it. You're squeezing your thigh. You're folding the foot back. You're very strong in your abs as well. Okay, let's come forward. We'll go back to that low lunge. Make your way back to that low lunge. Wherever you were before, it can be the same exact position. And then we'll cycle through. So we'll bring the hands to the ground. We'll step the right foot back. We'll lower down. Back bend. Downward dog. We'll bring both feet forward. Take your time, of course. Take your time. Half fold. Okay, and then now we go to the other side. So we'll step the right foot back. Keep the left foot at the front. Let's let the back knee down. Now with the back foot this side. How'd you do it on the first side? Untuck the toes or tuck the toes. Palms, fingertips, hands on the thigh. Some network of props or arms overhead. The short of it, do it the same way you did it on the first side. Come into low lunge. Be here and breathe here. Very important to squeeze your thigh and your glute. Okay, hands down. Let's straighten that front knee, flip up that foot, move that heel forward. So half split here. Take it as far as you want to go, whatever your body feels like. And, in contrast, if you got to take a child's pose and get a sip of water, that's fine too. Keep squeezing that front leg, flex that foot back. Hold it here. Okay, one more breath. Let's bend that front knee. Come on into it. All right, and then wherever you were before, come back to the same position unless you want to change something. Here we are, back in our low lunge. All right, from here, let's come to plank position. Put those hands down, step that left foot back, lower down, back bend, downward dog. And bring those feet forward. Come to a half fold. Fold over, inhale, rise. And then exhale your arms down. Take a breath. From here, bring the left arm up towards the sky. Bring the right foot back. The right hand touches the back of the right thigh. Maybe try to bring the toe an inch or two off the ground. Maybe bring the foot all the way to your hand. It's up to you, right? That's why we have a spectrum of the pose, right? It can be simplified or, you know, going further or way further, right? If you got a hold of that foot, you can kick your foot in your hand, start extending that leg up, right? Don't force it. Make sure you have stability every little millimeter of the way. So if you go slowly into it and all of a sudden you wobble, don't go further. If you're wobbling, back off. Stability first, depth next. Let's let it go. Let that right foot down, left arm down. We're going to do the other side now. So right arm in the air, stand on the right foot, touch the back of the left thigh. So here's where we all start. Toe off the ground, and then bringing the foot to the hand. Kick the foot into the hand. And just like the first side, if you really take this somewhere, be my guest, please do. Let me know about it. Breathe big. Okay, come on out carefully. Let that foot go. Stand in mountain pose. Feet parallel, arms by your sides. Toes together, palms together. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Make your way straight back to plank. Just for 3, 2, 1. Go straight to downward dog for 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet forward. All right, from here, try to touch the ground. Bend your knees if you need to. We're going to work with half moon pose. It's a challenging one. So, like I said before, if you need to take a break, do something else, of course, no problem. Otherwise, let's do this one little bite at a time. So you bend your knees, you get your fingertips on the ground, try to lift your left leg. And you can stop at any point. Try to straighten your knees here. All right, next move is make sure your right hand feels supportive. You might slide it forward a little. Your left hand comes to your hip, and then you slowly open up. You slowly start to lift that hip. At any point, if you start to feel wobbly, you can back off and just stay there. And then the full pose, of course, is with the arm in the air. So all your knees and elbows are straight, and you're breathing. Those of you who really feeling good here, you can look up at your thumb. If you're feeling wobbly, you can always look at the ground. You can hold your hip. You can fall over and get back up again. Let's come back to the ground. Bend those knees. Let's go right to the other side, though. So lean over to your left foot. Move your left hand a little bit as you raise your right leg. Hold it here. Maybe right hand comes to your hip. And you start to lift the right hip. And then from there, maybe you bring that arm up in the sky. Remember how you did it on the first side about how far you went? Even if you're able to go further on this side, it's probably best just to keep it balanced. It's a good rule of thumb for your practice. Practice the same way on both sides. Take a few big breaths wherever you are with it, okay? Okay, let's bring it down. Bend your knees, reach your arms up overhead, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your toes together. We're gonna get a little more chill now for the rest of the session. So we're gonna make our way to the ground, not right away. We're gonna make our way to the ground, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, back to plank. Lower down, back bend to downward facing dog. And not yet. Bring your feet forward. Go ahead, bring them forward now. Not yet to totally relaxing. Fold over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. And now is it time? Why, yes, it is. Come on down to child's pose. Settle on down. Sit back towards those heels. Let your head go. Let your arms relax. You can really play with your child's pose. Your knees can be wide apart or closer together. Just keep on breathing deeply here. Keep relaxing. Good. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your sides. Breathe between your shoulder blades. Just stay in your child's pose if you can. Unless if you need to get a sip of water or something, this is the perfect time. Okay, let's come out of that child's pose. And then how about we just sit up? And then when we sit up, let's take Dandasana. Let's stretch both legs straight out in front of us. Our hands go right next to our hips. You press into the ground, you lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your belly button in, pull your toes back. Hold it here. One more breath. This pose seems, kind of simple. Like, where's the challenge? Not too much of a challenge. Not all poses have to have that or even have a stretch. This is all about getting your legs nice and long, getting your spine nice and tall. So it's a good sort of form check pose. Okay, now let's do some stuff. Let's bring those legs wide. Okay, so it'll be a little dynamic here, but gentle dynamic. Crawl your hands forward, walk your hands over to your left, look over your left shoulder, and then come through the middle, walk through the middle over to the right, look over your right shoulder, and then come through the middle. We're gonna keep going like that. You might notice me do different sort of techniques with my hands, like walking and crossing one hand over the other and reaching my arm. There's no specific technique for your hands. You don't even have to touch the ground. You could even just swing your arms out to the side, not touching the ground, or maybe you touch the ground once on each side, or maybe you touch the ground the entire time, right? Just really pitter-pattering those hands. Find your way. Okay, then the next part, we're gonna go side to side. We're gonna go over the top and over the top. We're gonna keep going just like that. Take your time. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna bring the we're gonna fold the right leg in, bring the left leg straight out in front. And then from here, we're gonna get the left leg very active, thigh squeezing, foot flexing back. We're gonna slide the hands down the leg, stop wherever it feels like you should, get a grip, and then just bring your head down. Bring your forehead towards your shin bone, nose towards your knee. And just hold it right here. Okay, come on up. We're going to do a side stretch. So you reach your left hand to your right knee, your right arm up towards the sky, right? And then over the top. I'll show you the view from the side if you need to see it. Okay, let's come on up and let's switch sides. Go ahead, switch your legs. So we'll straighten the right leg out. The left foot comes on the upper inner thigh. You're going to squeeze your right thigh, flex your foot, and we'll slide the hands down the right leg. Try to bring your body down towards your legs, folding over. So chest, belly, all that area, you feel it coming a little closer to the leg. Even if it doesn't move, just put that intention in there. Come on up, and then your right hand to your left knee, left arm up, reach up over the top. How about one more breath? Okay, let's come on. Bring those legs. We first in this, we did the Dandasana, then this. So push into the ground. We're going to try to come forward. For some people, that looks exactly like what I'm doing here. You're trying to just press into the ground. You don't bring your hands forward. You try to push your chest forward. You just, see where it goes. You don't try to struggle too much with it. You just try to more like, hold your ground, squeeze your thighs, engage your core, all that kind of stuff. If you want to start to come forward, you can start to crawl your hands out there. All depends on where you are with it. The higher up you are, the further forward you should look, right? As you get into it, as your hands really come forward, you can start to look more towards the ground. As your hands are closer, you're going to look more out in front of you. If your hands are back here, you might even look a little up, okay? So just find where you are with it. I hope you find your way. Let me know how I can help you find your way. Okay, let's come on up. Let us gather in our legs. Let's hug those legs. Take a deep breath. All right, let's cross the ankles. Keep your knees up. Cross your ankles and then walk your feet across until you're more crossed, like from the shin bones. Your inner thighs come close together, and then another part of this is your toes go a little forward. Not too far, just a little bit, right? And you can take a look if you need to see it. All right, so this, you can put your hands down, start to come forward. For a few of you more flexible types, if you want to try this, it's a bit more intense, so just proceed with caution. Put your ankle, you stack. Instead of crossing your shin bones, you put your ankle on top of your knee and you stack your legs and you come forward that way. Just try to let go, try to let your head be heavy, let your chest relax. few more breaths here. Ready to switch sides? Let's walk those hands in. And so however you have your legs, if they're crossed, go ahead and switch them. If they're crossed, if they're stacked, go ahead and switch them to come right into the stacking. Either version, whatever you did on the first side, where you match it on the second. Let's touch the ground and just try to start surrendering to this position. Keep trying to let go. Just send deep breath after deep breath into it. However your legs are, just delve in. Feel the sensations where you feel them. Breathe into them. Okay, let's come on up out of it, and then let's straighten those. Let's hug them first, like we did before we went in. Let's hug them, and then when we first sat up, let's come to that same position, Dandasana. Right now, just get as active as you can. I'll show you the side view. So you just get as active as you can. You flex your feet back, you press into the ground, you lift your chest, your thighs are squeezing, your ankles are flexing, so your feet are folding back. Try to press down from your shoulders. So your shoulders press down through your hands, and your hands almost like lift your butt off the ground, almost. Not quite though. Also depends on like the length, the dimensions of your body, like how long your arms are, how long your spine is. It'll feel different for everybody. Just stay active here. Breathe. And then let's go into a nice forward fold. If you can hold the sides of your feet, do that. Otherwise, this is the best way, I think. You put your hands behind your calves. So you squish, you're actively pressing down, squishing your hands with your calves, grip and pull. Think about reaching your heart out over your knees as if you're gonna bring your heart towards your feet. Hold on here, keep breathing. Okay, come on up. Push your palms into the ground. Last thing sitting up. We're coming onto our backs now. So from here, just go ahead and scoot onto your back. Just go ahead and lie down. Take some deep breaths here. Just get your, get your feet apart. Get your knees in place. Arms relaxed by your sides. Let's twist and then put it to bed. Bring your ankles together, cross your right thigh over your left thigh, bring your knees to the left. Get there, be there. One more breath. Let's come through the middle. And then bring the knees to the other side. Okay, back to the center. Let's uncross those legs, Hug those legs. Let's let it go. Feet to the ground. You could just stay here. This is a good alternative. Otherwise, you flatten out all the way. Spread out a little bit. Close your eyes and just take deep breaths after deep breaths. Big inhales. Big exhales. Just letting it all go. Make your breath flow as you let it all go. You feel everything that we did. Feel it all just absorbing. You feel your whole skeleton turn a little spongy and soft. Feel your muscles melting. You feel your skin smoothing over. Feel everything just relaxing and settling. Keep going with it. Just stay with your breath. Stay relaxed. Take a big breath. Keep breathing big. Go ahead and bend your knees. Put a hand behind your head and roll to your side. From your side, sit up on your hip. Cross your legs. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Please join me for 3 ohms. I just let the vibrations kind of settle everything into place. It's like a final polish on the practice. Big inhale. Namaste. Thanks a bunch. Maybe in 2 hours, I'll hear you outside howling. All right, if you guys have been howling at 8 p.m., kind of fun when I remember to do it. Thanks for being here tonight, everybody. If you want to be in touch at all, if you want to make requests for class or anything like that, and I'm doing Zoom classes all throughout the week, like foam roller classes and yoga flow classes, you can be in touch with me, yogadanielrauck@gmail.com. And yeah, if you have a request for a class or like things that you want to do, then I'm game. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And plus, I just like hearing from people, seeing how everything is going. You know what I mean? Like if anybody, and I'm curious how people's practices are going at home, and it's cool that there's so many choices and things out there. So thanks a lot, everybody. I hope to see you very soon. Big hug.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.